Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hearthstone. So we are on a rare fourth recording today on Monday, October 23rd. However, I've switched over to the Asian account, and I guess because the day has switched over for them, Hallow's End is here. During this special event, you can pick two classes in the arena and draft class cards from both. And because of that, we're getting our free arena entrance, which means Wednesday, today is Monday, we'll also have a couple of arena runs on the European and Americas account to do. That's Hallow's End. You should check out the arena. The heroes are dressing up and playing as two classes. And for Hallow's End, take a moment to appreciate Hearthstone's darkest side with two Whispers of the Old Gods. And this doesn't have anything to do with Hallow's End. This is just the 2017 HCT Summer Championships as earned me 4 packs. I don't know how many you could have won in total. Maybe 4 was max. Maybe I picked the winner. And we've got to watch and learn. Hey, and all of this is different. We've got like we've got a headless horseman. So now to add friends, there's the last person you played will be here, and I'm going to try to add more friends that way and just constantly have random people on the Asian account in particular. There is also a new way of gifting, but it seems like it's only on the website where you can gift packs. So like the welcome bundle for the Asian and the European account would be a great gift for a fan to send me. And certainly these faces would be nice on the Americas account and all the others, although I don't really care about them. But yeah, getting card packs and doing more card pack openings will certainly help. Does it really help right now to open card packs? Not really, but we'll do it. On this account, interesting, two of these XM cards, I'm leaving everything alone. So normally I would disenchant a golden card and use the dust to either make the same card, or on the European account I'm disenchanting goldens to make common cards. But on the Asian account I'm just leaving everything alone. So this is the, I guess, control, you might say, of the test. And the Americas account, it really isn't a fair test because I've been playing the Americas account for years longer and it has way more cards. So we'll do 2 more of these. I've actually opened quite a few packs today, and it would be nice if one of these was a legendary, but we're getting a lot of epics. Like that Snow Fury Giant, I don't even believe I own that on my Americas server account at all. That's what really sucks, is I wish they would merge all of the accounts and then I would just have all of these cards extra. And I guess I need to, I'm gonna cheat here, so I need to use my Hearth Arena app. Let's see, where are you? Come on, Overwolf. All your ads and garbage. It's so ridiculous that you have to have an app, and then you have to have an app, then you have to have another app. And Please log in or register to continue. I already logged in. Seriously? Yeah, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. We'll just see what happens there. We'll see what happens if this actually works or not. So, ooh, we didn't look at our daily quests to start with. I actually need to get rid of the watch and learn. But win 3 games of it. I'd love to do watch and learn. Watch and learn is the right one to do, but let's just get rid of this. I hope this works. Paladin and warrior or druid are our picks. So none of those. Alright, well then do I want to play the warlock or the priest or the shaman? I think we should go with the priest. Yeah. All this candy corn. Priest, I think we'll go with. Priest with a devil thing probably seems like warlock. The warlock seems like a paladin, maybe priest. This is a shaman and a mage, so I'm gonna go with this one. And then let's see. Yeah, I can either be priest warrior or priest hunter or priest mage. Let's see. I'm gonna go with priest warrior. And this is just not gonna work. Alright. So we're gonna do a real arena run, just like the good old days, without Hearth Arena, because it's not worth the effort. Let's see. Do we want a beast that can only attack? After this minion attacks, freeze it. I'm going to take this one. Silence a minion, give a minion plus 3 health. I'm going to take that one. Freeze your other minions. Draw a card. I'm going to take this one. Taunt. Or this. This is way better. This is nothing. Give a minion +1/+1 in the hand. Or lifesteal, do 1 damage to all minions. I'll take this. Lifesteal for each minion, restore 2 health to your hand. Spell damage +2 for 6. I'll take this. It's probably not worth it. I'll do Holy Nova. Destroy a damaged enemy minion. I'll take. Give all enemy minions -3. I'll take that. Equip this. Or whenever this minion survives damage, summon a legendary. What should I'm gonna take this. What's funny is if I can have this card, then there probably is a priest version of this card too. Discard all your weapons and gain their stats. I'm gonna take that just to have a late game card. Discover a minion that costs 8 or more and summon it. Deal 1 damage to a minion if it survives. I'll take this. Probably a mistake. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, it's pretty tough to play this without Hearth Arena just telling you what to do. Mm. Hmm. We'll play that card. This turn healing effects deal damage instead. Or summon a random minion that costs that much. I'm gonna take this. Then take Holy Fire. We got 10 more choices. We'll take a Battle Cry because we don't have a lot of that. And we'll take this. I'll take this card. And we'll take that one. Playing a lot of spells here. And we'll take that one. This is probably the best card. I don't know why it's giving me that prompt. It's not like this is the first time I've done an arena run or anything. Alright, let's go through the news. This is, I guess, kind of British nanny state from an American's perspective. The British Games Institute is seeking support from the UK government. Games industry veterans across the UK are calling for the British government to champion the sector by officially recognizing and funding, underline the funding, a British Games Institute. The BGI campaign was launched earlier this year and is looking to get more momentum through petitioning the petitioning website change.org. So, like, really not doing anything. Like, Games Workshop co-founder and former Rydo CEO Ivan Livingston is leading the charge and says it's time for the government to show the support for an industry that contributes £1.2 billion to the UK economy. The proposed BGI would be molded on the British Film Institute, which I guess this is inherently the fault of Britain going down that path. Smash some pumpkins here. Like, if they were gonna endorse one form of art, they will endorse another. Something's in there. Like, let's see. It would be based off the British Film Institute and look to support future growth by driving innovation and opportunities in this sector. Some of the most creative and competitive game studios in the world are based in the UK, and almost all UK companies struggle to raise finances and access skills. So that's like, so basically they want a government bailout and they want support. It's like crazy. Like, rich people want to be richer, and or they can't make a profit because they're running their business into the ground. Like, that inherently this is just a tiny part. If I can get on a rant here, the idea of the video game industry in the UK, trying to get the video game industry to get kickbacks, bribes, or whatever you would call it, support in some way uh, for from the United Kingdom government, just kind of is like ridiculous. No poor person, no UK citizen who's on welfare or who is just kind of struggling is going to be able to make a change.org petition to say the UK government should give money to them for their next big business idea. No, I guess poor person's the wrong phrase. No UK citizen who wanted to start a business and like start a restaurant or something is going to get the same kind of influence and ability to petition the government for this. And so they clearly don't want a fair marketplace or a fair opportunities. They want to be considered special, these big companies. Red Phoenix is on the chat now. I'm late to the party. Sorry, the title fits even more now. Thanks for the feedback. That's what I figured, is that I should just be more appropriate on talking about the video game news part of it, because we'll see if YouTube decides that because news is in the title, it's not suitable for advertiser revenue. And if that's the case, I may have to take it right back out, but right now, I'm thinking that will stay. So, getting back to more direct video game news, Warner Brothers has confirmed that they will make no more expansions for LEGO Dimensions. However, they claim they'll continue to support it, but I don't believe that is going to last. Well, that won't last for very long. Yeah, it'll probably last about as long as this arena run is going to last. So, however, that being said, I'm not sure if that means that the LEGO Dimensions as toys, the expansions as just toys, will actually go any cheaper. And I'm not sure how that game will really run if the servers were totally shut down. Like, it's not an online game, so it is possible that they could just patch all of the expansion in, and they could potentially even unlock everything for all the owners and not make you buy the toys anymore. You can almost guarantee that at some point somebody is going to hack it so that you get all the unlocks, but it'll be a little bit more difficult since it never came to PC. They may even just try to put all the current people in. Whenever this minion deals damage, gain that much armor. They may just make like a gold unlocked version of everything. Here's an interesting story. Former BioWare developer speaks out against EA's monetization of games. He says, quote, "I've seen people literally spend $15,000 on Mass Effect multiplayer cards. And I bet a lot of that is done with stolen cards or kids that don't realize what they're doing." And that's Mass Effect, too. And I assume that's Mass Effect Andromeda, a bad game nobody should play. Like, there's probably people that have spent $100,000 on like Clash of Clans or something a little bit more desirable. Nope, not that one. How about this? And how about this? And then we'll just heal that guy. So if there's any thought in anybody's head that there aren't people out there that are gonna spend ridiculous, unreasonable amounts of money on microtransactions, there's literally no limits on any of these games, and that is totally the desire, is to get the whales out there to spend things they shouldn't be spending, spend amounts they shouldn't be spending. Next thing, the game, I think I've already announced this one, but Ziwi, the Ilvard Insurrection, that launches October 23rd. It's, let's see, on PC, Good Old Games and Humble Store, October 31st for $30. It's in English in the West. It's an RPG featuring a unique food-based experience, a colorful cast of characters. Really? Food-based experience. Let's watch this trailer. That's got me interested. And while we are in an arena run, this whole Halloween arena run stuff is garbage. Like, this is what the people who professionally play arenas probably are going to come out in droves and say, this is horrible. You've just changed everything and made everything more random. And the last thing any of the pros who are playing Hearthstone want is a more random experience. Yeah, I'm looking at this trailer. It's kind of, it looks more like Vita graphics than PlayStation graphics, if that means anything. Less quality. And whatever this food element is, it doesn't seem like it's too big of an issue. Here we go. And this. And then this. And then in the turn. Yeah, Ziwi almost had my interest for a while. A Red Phoenix. Let's see. Red Phoenix. Oh, is it just me or are you kind of quiet? Oh, wait, my volume is like 2. So, the question I want to ask Red Phoenix is, have you been watching other people on YouTube, and do you find me quiet or not? Because I have been messing with the audio. I had to change it, and now it's all different. And I'm trying to get some feedback and see if am I the average volume as every other YouTuber, or am I really quiet, or am I really loud? I guess I'm not really loud, because even at 2 you might notice that. In general, if your volume was at 5, 50%, whatever your volume is, what do I sound like there? That's what I'm shooting for. Is I want to sound good at that point. And somebody complained that the Hearthstone music was a little quiet. Maybe it is now, so I could turn that up if you can give any feedback there. I guess hold on to that. Mega Dimension Neptune VIIR coming to the West September 28th. Is this a VR game? Yeah, it will launch for the PlayStation 4 with PlayStation VR support spring 2018. It's the enhanced version of the 2016 game. Mega Dimension Neptune VII, featuring smooth graphics, a new engine, a revamped battle system, and a new virtual reality experience. So, wow, that's almost a completely different game. Let's see what it looks like and what kind of game it is, because you didn't really tell me that game. So we got anime girls, no surprise there, turning into doing summoning swords and fighting giant monsters. Okay. And I guess the idea is that they might be in a VR world in the game as well as it being playable on PlayStation VR. So that you might be playing a character playing a game. It's got some big creatures and big monsters things. And then now it's showing me a bunch of cutscenes that looks like they might have some visual novel elements here. But it is kind of like a Persona style 3D turn-based RPG. So there's an actual game here. Is it worth playing? Who knows? Let's see. And then the VR mode is being shown off now in the cutscene, and it is just the characters kind of standing around talking to you in a simple room. Man, they go really cheap when they put on these PlayStation VR experiences. It's just like it has nothing to do with the game. It makes no sense. It does nothing gameplay wise at all. Alright, well, let's move on to the next bit of news, I imagine. Here's an interesting article from Rock Paper Shotgun, because you don't see this very often. Usually the PC Gamer, Rock Paper Shotgun, Your Gamer people, who are, I believe, all the same parent company, are very nice to games, don't say anything bad. But in the opening line here it says, in its opening hour, Elex, E-L-E-X, finds new ways to be terrible. Let's see. Like, trying to read this article. Elex looks like you're playing at... Oh, you know what this is? I saw this game. I saw this on Giant Bomb. It is buggy and terrible. Yes. So, but the idea is kind of cool. That this apocalypse happens, and so you're in slightly after what the modern time is, and you're playing as this character who was a member of one of the many factions of people who are around, and there's some meteorites that crash to cause the apocalypse, and they leave some kind of material that lets you create like magical science stuff, and but then there's another faction that hates all technology, so they will pay you to like take weapons and just destroy them in front of them. which is kind of crazy. And you have this like hover jet ability, but it looks a lot like Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and it really needs some polish. And it's from a company. Let's see if I can find the name of the company that it's from, because they're kind of known for doing bad games. But yeah, so Elix maybe in a really, really long time with a lot of work would be a good game. So Red Phoenix comes back and says your sound sounds a bit quieter than others. All right. Let me see if I can adjust that. What do I want? Alright, switch over to OBS. Software. And let's adjust it. So, I'm at negative 12 decibels right now. I'm going to take it up a lot to negative 6. Which is to say, we'll just turn it to 40%. There we go. How does that sound now? And how does that balance out with the background music, which now will be relatively quieter? Travis comes on, says, "Hey Rydo, how have you been?" Fine. Fine, just trying to readjust all kinds of things on audio. Abduction was the game I was playing before, and the audio in that game was really weird. The game was buggy in general, and somehow my recording software would record it a lot quieter than what I could hear it, and it was rather important to hear the background music. It makes me kind of wonder if it's possible that a lot of the games I've been playing right now, there have been some sound effects like birds in the air and like the footsteps and things, like elements like that might not have been audible at all in the recording, or just extremely, extremely quiet. So now I'm adjusting all of that, trying to make it work better and sound better. We're going long. Red Phoenix says sound is now normal, whatever normal was. Okay, so I guess now I'm back to the way I was. Do this. We've got another Kickstarter game. I guess I'm just covering Kickstarter games now. It's a classic point-and-click adventure game, sci-fi adventure called Kenosis, K''NOSSOS. It looks too much like the old point-and-click adventure games in its quality. like I could really do for it to be slightly better in its level of, like, we don't need these 8-bit graphics. You can have a modern game inspired by old point and click adventure games, but it doesn't have to look like old point and click adventure games. Put some smooth transitions in there. And then the rest of this video is just somebody talking about it. Now here's a scene in which you're in front of a console, an alien looking console, to put in the code, and that looks a lot better because you're up close. Let's see. I just killed my own guy. That was real smart. Here's another screen where you're in front of a monitor. And then here it's showing off the characters, and they're the things that look too small. It's like an astronaut. There's about 4 people working on this game, and it's gotten some coverage. And they're asking for £50,000 at the maximum for the most stretch goals. See, I don't really want to get down to covering these stretch goals on everything. Let's see. The £6 second tier gets you a copy of the game, but the £1 tier does not. So that's really all I need to talk about. Here's an article talking about EA pushing for more open world games because you can monetize them better, says ex-Bioware developer. Actually, this is the same article I've already talked about with just a different quote. The same interview, they got 2 good quotes, so they made 2 articles about it. That's wasting everybody's time. There's a game called Subsurface Circular coming to the iPad. It's on the iPad. Let's see. Apparently, people are disappointing. It's a text adventure, but it has graphics. And I'm seeing a couple of robots sit in a subway and they're talking to each other. Not only does this seem boring, it seems like the text is taking up only 1/3 of an iPad screen. Anyways, it's available for $5 on the iPad if you want to play it, but that certainly did not interest me at all. And I think we aren't too far from being done with the news. A Full Metal Panic fight. Who dares to wins? Who dares wins? That's the entire title of this game. Full Metal Panic! Fight, who dares wins, has been announced for the PlayStation 4. And it's a strategy RPG from the studio behind Super Robot Wars. Now, I know Full Metal Panic, it was an older anime. I guess maybe it's still going. And this is a RPG game. Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be more of a fighter game. Thank you for letting me know that, game. Like, this isn't the first time I've done an arena, but they're making me go. He's giving me all the hints. And so, because we're on the Asian account and we're doing the Halloween arena run, it's stupid. I bet the vast majority of people take their free arena run, play it, and then don't play any more arena runs until the Halloween event is over. Like, and it would be a little bit of a gamble, but I might suggest just take that free arena entry and don't even use it until the Halloween expansion is gone. Alright, so now I'm seeing some gameplay of Full Metal Panic, and it is a strategy placement game, kind of like XCOM, where you're in mecha suits, and even the mecha suits don't look that good. Like, it looks, for PlayStation 4, that looks like a cell phone game. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm at the Humble Bundle page, which, let's see. Nothing new here, but the Endless RPGs bundle is about to end, 16 hours. And the average amount people have paid right now is $5.30, which I suppose is slightly interesting to follow that information. And so let's now go back and see if there was anything I missed of. Oh yes, there is one thing, and I don't fully know the story, so maybe the chat can even help me with this. It seems NeoGAF, which I believe was the big place where people were talking about games besides Reddit, and NeoGAF I believe was really before then. Seems like it is now offline after the owner is accused of sexual misconduct, and mods have resigned in protest, and users are being asking to be banned. Like, I don't know why users would ask to be banned. Like, the right thing to do there is, if you don't want to patronize the service, is just never go to the service again. The site imploded over the weekend as the claim went viral. The majority of NeoGAF's moderation team elected to resign in response on a forum. Users created dozens of threads asking to be banned. Hours later, the site could no longer be reached. NeoGAF admin and older Tyler Ivalor Malka was last week named by film director Ima Liup in an account of sexual harassment posted to her Facebook. See, so this is more of that going on. I figured it was somewhat related to that, but Liup shared details of the incident as part of the ongoing #MeToo campaign, where sexual harassment and assault survivors speak out about their experience publicly to highlight how widespread the issue is. And you know what? This is a really smart campaign, I would say, because it names and shames, and there's not been enough naming and shaming going on, in my opinion, in the world. Like, we need to get back to the point where you can't do something wrong and then get away with it through cover up or through just silencing critics. Let's see. In Liav's post, she recounted how Malka and her, who were friends at the time back in April 2015, had been drinking together in New Orleans hotel. I was sewing up and decided to hop in the shower to feel better, Liup wrote. I was surprised when he got into the shower fully naked behind me. I had a boyfriend at the time and didn't think I'd given him any reason to believe I wanted this. I don't cheat. So I told him that it wasn't okay and that I was sick and that I had a boyfriend and that I didn't want that. He got out and slowly started resenting me, being mean to me, ignoring me in the city he drove me to. Now, in almost every story like this, you can you can blame the victim. But I have to say, from her own words, it seems like she definitely made some mistakes there. Like, you were drinking with a guy to the point of drunkenness. You were in a hotel room with this guy while drinking to the point of drunkenness. You went into a bathroom that either didn't have a lock or you didn't lock the door while drunk. You let him drive you to a city. Like, in all fairness, as I'm trying to be to both sides, I could easily see how the NeoGaf guy expected and fully thought from the beginning that this was a date/vacation. So yeah, I figure from his perspective, he could easily just say he was sent all the messages, which is like kind of the problem is everybody needs to be aware of how their actions are going to be perceived, and I don't know what more details would come out on this story to support one side or the other. Innocent until proven guilty, I suppose. The problem with a witch hunt, even though I just said there should be more naming and shaming, the problem with the witch hunt is this is yet another example of it not happening or not being even mentioned until there's just this big wave of it happening. And like, some of this is just like, he resented me, being mean to me, ignoring me in a city he drove me to. It's like, it feels like you kind of were dating him. You kind of were intending to cheat, and you guys broke up. And it seems like everybody should probably be a little bit more patient to see, because here's the problem. If the NeoGaf runner comes back here and says this never happened, if he comes back and says this happened but she's completely, her perspective on it and my perspective on it are very different, like, it's really gonna be a he said she said scenario. And in the end, this really isn't the worst instance I've ever heard of sexual harassment I've ever heard of. At least now with the details with the Harvey Weinstein stuff, you can hear and see direct, like, inappropriate action being taken. And even in the Harvey Weinstein, one of the stories, it's like the woman goes back to his apartment. I don't know how tricky he really was to get her to that point. But from what I heard, he really didn't even have much of a pitch. He just asked if women would massage him while he was nude, and then he would say all these other people did it, and he would convince them effectively to say yes. And then, like, and we can't really get down to the point where all of human sexuality is limited so much that you can't even ask, as long as you're being responsible. I guess the main problem with Harvey Weinstein, though, is that he was in a major imbalance of power, and that's kind of the problem. So yeah, we'll see if anything happens with the NeoGAF debacle as it is now. And then let's see. I'm going back to Twitter now, and let's see if we've got anything new on Twitter. Otherwise, I think this will be our last game, except for maybe some silent play. We may not even really need to do silent play. Let's see. Because today is just Monday, so I only need to get 2 of the daily things. Here's somebody that got one of the free packs from Hearthstone and got a golden legendary for 1600 dust to disenchant it. That's nice. Lucky for them. I didn't get that lucky. Here's an interesting picture that is from a game developer where it's 16 frames, 320 by 180 pixels of a dungeon, but it's done in such a way that it makes you seem like you're walking down the dungeon continuously. And it's simply done by starting in a specific place and ending in what looks like the same place. The fact that they're doing it in 16 frames makes it a little choppy, but it is actually quite amazing. And the 320 resolution is not too bad, 320 by 180. But that's hardly real news. That's just me watching a game developer. I think it was probably the right thing to end on the NeoGAF story. That's why I wanted to do that. It's like I didn't want to talk about it until the end. So if I irritate people, they can leave without missing too much. A lot of the original Xbox games are going to now be available for Xbox One with backward compatibility. I could have used this. That was a mistake. Let's see. Is there any more news? Any more video game news? Here we go. Anita Sarkeesian, founder of Feminist Frequency and general attacker of video games, is going to be speaking at Play 17 Festival. I'm sure she'll have her average level of things to say. That's a real biased report. She's garbage. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, even her idea and her Kickstarter to talk about sexism in video games, which could have been done well, wasn't done well, wasn't delivered on time, and really was just used as a springboard to continuously push ridiculous thought, ridiculous thinking. Let's see. This isn't really a story. My Teenage Romantic Club Snafu game collection for Japan PS4 has listed its trophies. Not really a story there. Same is true here. Knights of Azor trophies. That's Gamematsu that does that. I'm just playing cards just for the sake of them. They're still pushing Wolfenstein, the what is it, the new Colossus? Of course they would be. It's coming out pretty soon. Our targets randomly chosen. So what would be funny is if they miss several times and hit themselves in the face. Nope, I just lose. Here's an article for the 20 best legendary cards by PC Gamer. I'm not going to bother to read it because there are 20 worst legendary cards I totally didn't agree with and felt like it was a waste of everybody's time. Ooh, CEO of Gearbox, Randy Pitchford, just retweeted a game called Genie Online, Cold War Magic of John Mulholland. I don't know if this is a game, though. It might not be. It might just be a podcast or something. So at 0 wins, we are done with this arena run. I'm a little surprised that it's that low. I haven't been doing 0 wins before. I didn't use Hearth Arena, so that certainly might have been a factor. That just not using the Hearth Arena app caused trouble. But in general, I just think the craziness of 2 classes doesn't add anything when you're only able to pick 3 random cards. If you let me craft a deck from 2 classes, that would have been something different. And I have accomplished nothing here. So, let's see, who's online? Watch and learn. Spectate him. Let's get that watch and learn done. The music's already playing. According to OpenCritic, according to VentureBeat, the September sales of the Super NES Classic outsold the Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So, yeah, I could see that. If I was going to buy one console in September, it would have been the Super NES Classic. And I really don't have any nostalgia. Seriously. What in the world kind of game are you playing here? What in the world just happened? He went from totally about to win to 3 Ragnaroses, and I was not paying attention to any of that. That was awesome. Let's see if maybe he can get the next victory. I wish that was the kind of experience you had in Hearthstone all the time. Just like crazy Ragnarok stuff. Yeah. Apparently this game Bomber Crew is new because here's a PC Gamer article about it. And somebody had already suggested me to check it out. So I got the inside message, I suppose. Not that it really is going to change much. Is the game going to start or not? Come on, start please. I want to watch you spectate and win. Like, I need to play a bunch of druid cards, which I could do in post-show mode in about 30 minutes, I imagine. Maybe less. And I need to watch and learn. And I guess because this watch and learn is not triggering, I might have to do the other thing, the other daily quest. But as I'm scrolling down here, he's offline, that's why. Alright. So, play 50 druid cards. We did the arena run that took up all of our time. And we're out of news. So, let's come over here to OBS, the recording software. And this is going to be the end of the show, I suppose. We're going to post-show muted play. That's it for this recording. If you're watching this pre-recorded, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.